Good morning. It's Sunday, October 6th, and all of you know that Hurricane Helene has caused a tremendous amount of damage in the South. But not only has she caused damage physically in the South, she has caused a political row, and that's over Hurricane Helene disaster relief, because the Republicans have chosen to lie about how the hurricane relief funding has been distributed. The political row erupted after Donald Trump claimed Americans hit hard by Hurricane Helene were losing out on emergency relief money because it had been spent on migrants. He has this migrant situation and driving his brain crazy. The White House quickly said that Donald Trump's claims were false, and they have accused the Republicans of spreading bold-faced lies about funding for the disaster response. On Wednesday, the Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas had said that the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, which he oversees, was short on cash for the rest of the hurricane system. And Trump and his allies expressed outrage that the agency had spent over $640,000 on the housing of migrants. But officials pointed out that this funding was authorized by Congress, and it was part of an entirely different program that was run by FEMA, and it was unconnected to the disaster relief. So why do Trump and his compatriots attempt to confuse the public and not get their facts correct? It's an out-and-out lie that the federal government used funds for one thing that they weren't supposed to use. They didn't use the money that Trump is claiming. No matter that the officials pointed out to Trump and his affiliates that this money was authorized by Congress and was part of an entirely different program that was run by FEMA, unconnected to disaster relief. And with less than a month to go before the White House election, Trump and the Democratic nominee Kamala Harris are neck and neck in a handful of swing states like North Carolina and Georgia. And they believe that states like that can decide the election. And I would agree with that. But lying about what's happening with the money is not the way to win the election. But of course, the way the public perceives these things is extremely difficult when we have many in our universe, our voting universe, that are tied to Donald Trump's tail. And they believe everything the man says, even though he's been known to lie over 30,000 times while he was in office. And here is another example of that. At an event in Evans, Georgia on Friday, Trump said without evidence that a lot of the money that was supposed to go to Georgia and was supposed to go to North Carolina and all of the others, it's going and it's gone already. It's been gone for people that came into this country illegally, and nobody has ever seen anything like that. That's a shame. That's his quote. And FEMA did receive money from a budget in Congress, $640,000 in the last fiscal year, to provide housing for immigrants applying for U.S. citizenship. But that money was not used in this case. In fact, the agency responded to Trump's claim with something that is called a dedicated fact-check page and a statement from the Department of Homeland Security. FEMA said in the statement, this is false. No money is being diverted from disaster response needs. And so far, more than $45 million has been given to communities affected by Hurricane Helene. So we have a troubled Republican constituency that continues to listen to the lies of their leader. FEMA has also shipped 11.5 million meals and 12.5 meters of water in the aftermath of Helene. That is what Vice President Harris said on Friday, adding that more than 5,500 federal personnel were on the ground at that situation. But Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., posted on X that it was madness for billions of dollars in foreign aid to be sent to Ukraine instead of to American citizens who had lost everything in the storm. And the critics of Trump have pointed out that when he was president back in 2019, $155 million was transferred from FEMA's operating budget to fund the deportations of migrants to Mexico. So Trump is bigoted in his view of immigrants, and he should not be trusted and he should not be allowed to talk on many subjects. But he continues to rant and rave and give the public false information. And so we have a nightmare going on in our country when the deeds of many who are doing actions properly are misrepresented by the other side. So I can only hope that at some point those who are in the red universe wake up and understand that their leader is full of shit. So I'll leave you with that this morning. A pile that needs to be shoveled away. Have a great day. Bye.